And welcome to this evening's package of great entertainment and stories. My name is Junior Smith. I'm going to be taking you through the paces this evening. So thank you so very much for joining us on YouTube. I encourage you, while you are here, as a matter of fact, subscribe to the page. And I'm going to encourage you to interact by sharing a comment or, copying the link and send it to so many people. This evening's Housewarming Party EP release is a long time coming. Believe me, COVID has changed the lives for so many of us. And it takes a very special kind of person to have the tenacity and the bounce back to really keep producing this in terms of creativity throughout this pandemic. So thank you so very much for being here. Luckystickz is here, and I'm going to encourage you to share this with the hashtag Housewarming Party on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you are. And so as you are here this evening, we have an exciting program planned for you. It's full of music, lively performance, exciting stuff, stories behind the scenes, peek of how the music has come together. So thank you so very much for being here, and I'm going to invite you to sit back, relax, or whatever you find to be comfortable so that we can have an awesome time. So the man who has brought us together was born with a passion and rhythm so key to his being. Canadian singer, songwriter, and steelpan aficionado Luckystickz is a Renaissance artist. His first true love was the beat of the drum, and later included the majestic tinkling of the steel drums. Today, Luckystickz enjoys the best of both worlds, excelling both as a recording artist and a percussionist. His Jamaican and Trinidadian heritage, mixed with his Canadian nationality, is reflected in his eclectic sound. Drawing from soca, dancehall, R&B, gospel, Luckystickz coins his sound Afro R&B pop. Luckystickz broke ground with his debut EP, Everyday Battle, garnering him a loyal and growing international fan base and media attention, with Vibe 105 featuring him as their Canadian come-up artist. Lucky's pure and silky vocal tone and melodious steelpan treatments is a signature sound that has taken him all around the world, allowing him to tour in countries throughout the Caribbean, Asia, Africa, and North America. Luckystickz is also among the heavyweight alumni of Berklee College of Music, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Music in Music Business Management. While there, he had the opportunity to perform with music legends such as Harry Belafonte, Brian McKnight, and Chile. Recently, Luckystickz is back with more Afro R&B pop sounds with his EP that we're about to experience, Housewarming Party. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and get up, whatever suits you, and please help me welcome Luckystickz, backed by the amazing underground live band.
What's good? It's your boy Luckystickz, here with the underground live band. Welcome to the Housewarming Party. If you're ready to have a good time, let me hear you say, hey! Oh yeah! Hey, 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 hey! Woo! Fed upness, I only have one life to live, so I'm going and party for the joys of life you give. Oh, when the things around me sink, I'm not gonna drown, I start to swim, so don't even try me, cause I know I was born to win. So we could jump, we could jump, we could jump it up, then we get on our knees and give God thanks for the moment we're living. Yeah, yeah, clear up on this we're living. So put your hands up and let me jump up, and we go pour it up. I need a full cup, the whole our vibes now. Nothing can take with this moment from me. Oh. I believe I was born to be free, so don't try to stop me with no negativity. I believe I was born to love me, so I'm gonna live my life like a party. I believe I was born to be free, so don't try to stop me with no negativity. I believe I was born to love me, so I'm gonna live my life like a party. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. My life like a party. Oh, oh, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, my life like a party. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, my life like a party. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, my life like a party. I'm too blessed to stress me not fret. All this drip me class the stage way. I don't care what nobody says, I'm going. Life is short, no time for regret. So keep pushing, can't tire yet. Even when you're full of pulse sweat, gotta make it by any means. So we go jump, we go jump, we go jump, we come. Then we get on our knees and give God thanks for the moments we live in. Yeah, yeah, the abundance we live in. So put your hands up and then we jump up and we go pour love and in the full cup, full our vibes now. Nothing can take with this moment from me. Oh no, I believe I was born to be free, so don't try to stop me with no negativity. No, I believe I was born to love me, so I'm gonna live my life like a party. I believe I was born to be free, so don't try to stop me with no negativity. I believe. Come on, we're gonna live our life, so jump my life like a party. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, my life like a party. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, my life like a party. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, my life like a party. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, my life like a party.
So you're definitely having a party with that one. Live of the Party. That's the first song on the EP, Live Party. Let's talk about Live Party.
Yeah.
How did Live Party?
So Live Party definitely came as an inspiration because it was written during COVID. This entire project, first of all,
right? Because I'm wondering, everybody's kind of not having much fun, but you're having the life of the party during the COVID season. So,
exactly. So it was a encouragement, not only to me, but hopefully to whoever would hear the song. You know, first line is "Jah know I'm fed up with fed upness," and for anybody who's watching who doesn't know Jah, you know, I'm talking about God. So Jamaicans would say, Jah know star,
It's rough.
Exactly.
I mean, it takes a very special person, a special kind of person, to really birth this kind of creative energy in a global pandemic when most of us, there's depression. It's like, it cannot be overemphasized, and it's no joke that people really struggle.
Right.
So how did you find that drive to birth these kinds of songs?
Yeah. So this is a long time in the making, Junior. Like I the last time I released a EP was 2017 exactly. So that was Everyday Battle, and the years that followed that, I wanted to release more music. I wanted to do more music. Honestly, it was the cost that was associated with putting out music. You have your production fees, your studio fees. If you're collaborating with other musicians or producers or whatever, you have to pay all those different fees. And life was happening and things were going well, but when it came to, chasing the things that, or going after the things that would be able to pay the bills,
right?
Which at that point was speaking engagements and those things of that sort, and like a lot of teaching. So it was really a lot of that filling up my plate. But in the back of my mind, still saying, I gotta do more music. I have to do more music, and I'm feeling a way about it. So finally, I decided, or I heard about a grant from the city of Hamilton. It's called the City Enrichment Grant, and I applied for it last year. It would have been 2019, and I applied for it, and it was a grant to help with a percentage of the costs to do a new project.
Right.
So I applied for it. Didn't really think too much about it after the fact, and then during the pandemic, an email came through saying, all right, you've been granted a certain percentage of the money. So now I needed that, I guess, extra kick in the butt maybe.
Right.
To say, okay, now I actually have to put together a project or else, I have to send back this money. Yeah. So that definitely wasn't an option. I had to get this done, but I also really wanted to get this done. So finally, it was the pursuit of, okay, well, now that I have a little bit of funds to help to put this project together, now let me start to kind of put together teams and look for producers and studios and different things like that to get this together. Junior, I reached out to probably about 3 to 4 different producers, and none of them were available, or none of them, wanted to take on the project for whichever different reasons.
Right.
So it came down to me saying, you know what? I feel like I have the abilities to do certain things, and I think that's the thing that we also, as creatives and as individuals, as people in general, we doubt ourselves, we doubt our abilities. Right? Yeah. So it was like, okay, either you're gonna give back this money or you're gonna figure it out, because the people are not there to do it. So what are you gonna do? So I took a trip to Longamoquade, and I had my shopping list. I did a little bit of YouTube University, and took up some old stuff from school that I learned. Right. And I said, okay, here we go. Let's go into it. So I got all the gear that I needed, and sooner than later I was producing. And then it was as if like God just downloaded all of the songs into me, because I would produce it one day, and then the next day I would write the entire song. And then I would always give it to a few different people, listening ears, kind of my tastemakers, to find out, hey, what do you think about this song? And I have this one friend, and she was saying like, oh my gosh, the speed at which this music is coming, like,
it's like the creative juice is now flowing. The Niagara of creative energy is flowing. You talked about reaching out to different producers and stuff, and I mean, sometimes that's a part of the process. Yeah, it's not everybody who is going to grab on to the project or should be a part of it. But here comes this band These guys are the epitome of energy and creativity.
Yeah.
We just listened to Life of the Party, and these guys can play music. Tell us about them.
Yeah, so the band that's playing is Underground Live. Underground Live TV is an initiative that was put together by the drummer, actually. His name is Sammy. And he put together this initiative to be able to promote and give a platform for local artists, local musicians as well as artists to showcase themselves. So Sammy plays for me in my Luckystickz band, if we want to call it that. And we have spoken many times about, you know, collaborating, and I've been supporting his initiative as well and his project as well. And I said, you know what, this is the perfect time to join. I love to have people share platforms, right? If I have any platform that I can give somebody else an extra helping hand, or, you know, a platform to be able to stand on it with me, I love to do that. So I called him up and I said, hey Sammy, I have this EP release concert that I'm gonna do regardless, and I know that you have your Underground Live project as well. So let's collaborate. Put together your team, put together your musicians, and he had the bass player Anthony do all the arrangements for the music, and then he put together all the other musicians, and we came in.
So we've listened to Life Party, Life of the Party. There are people who are watching, you know, from all walks of life, all kind of experience. What do you want people to experience as they journey through this evening with us?
I want people to definitely experience joy. I know that live music is coming back slowly now that some of the restrictions have been lifted. This was a virtual thing that I put together before the restrictions obviously were lifted. So I want people to still be able to enjoy it as though it was a live performance, but at the same time I want people to take away, if it's not, you know, inspiration, if it's not motivation, if it's not whatever they're going through. This song specifically speaks to that, you know, regardless of what's going on, be able to just, you know, get on your knees, give God thanks and say, you know what, I'm gonna live my life like a party regardless. There's always something to be thankful for. There's always something to have gratitude about. So why not just, you know, sometimes you have to just pretend, right? And pretend until it feels, you know, like how we say pray until something happens. Sometimes, you know, pretend until something happens too, right?
So we're gonna listen next to Strangers.
Yes.
And after we listen, we'll talk a little bit more about Strangers. But give us a one-liner teaser as we get ready to jump into this next performance.
Awesome. A one-liner teaser. You want me to sing a one-liner?
I mean, whichever you want to, whether you want to say something or you want to sing something.
What do I do?
Sing something.
Sing something?
Yeah.
Okay, so how's the song go?
Stranger.
Cause it's been quite some time since I heard from you. How does the thing go again? Love,
you know what? This is a good transition, because it's been a while since we've heard from you, since 2007.
Really? Yeah.
It's Everyday Battle. So I'm excited to hear the next song, and I'm pretty sure those who are watching are excited too. So here's Strangers.
Alright, you know what time it is, and you know what song this is, so I need to see all of y'all standing up. Come on, sing! Oh, you used to. Oh, no, you used to. Come on. Oh, I wanna know if you get down my line. Yeah. Cause it's been quite some time since I heard from you. Don't wanna bother you, so hope you're fine. Cause you're still on my mind, even though we're through. I just wanna keep in touch. Is that asking for too much? Yeah. I hope that we ain't holding grudges. How is the world something? You can text my number. You can text my number. You can ring my line. We used to be lovers, talking all the time. Please don't be a stranger. Baby, don't play shy. Let's get back to talking all through the night. You used to talk to me all the time. Now I don't even get a good night. We went from strangers to lovers. Now we're lovers to strangers. You used to talk to me all the time. Now I don't even get a good night. We went from strangers to lovers. Now we're lovers to strangers. I keep on thinking, huh? How did we get to where we are right now? I never thought we'd get this far. Yeah. Only to build this up and break us down. I wish that I could see your heart. It's the still piece of me that beats for you. I might be taking it too far. Yeah. But there's still a piece of me that still believes. You can text my number. You can text my number. You can ring my line. We used to be lovers, talking all the time. Please don't be a stranger, baby, don't play shy. Let's get back to talking all through the night. You used to talk to me all the time. Now I don't even get a good night. We went from yeah. Oh, you used to talk to me all the time. Now I don't even get a good night. We went from strangers to lovers. Now we're lovers to strangers. You used to talk to me, lovers to strangers. Yeah. We went from strangers to lovers. Lovers to strangers. Yeah. We went from strangers to lovers. Come on, oh, take it up, oh. A good night. We went from strangers to lovers. Now we're lovers to strangers. You used to talk to me all the time. Now I don't even get a good night. We went from strangers to lovers. Now we're lovers to strangers. Hey, hey. Woo! Come on.
See, I told you about that guitar guy there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the line. We went from strangers to lovers and from lovers to strangers.
Yeah.
Definitely some waistline movements in there. No whether it's
Definitely
a
some
soca,
waistline.
Afro R&B thing. People like me need WD-40 for that kind of stuff.
No.
But
Come on,
anyways,
you got it.
always. But anyhow, you're inside the housewarming party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here with Luckystickz. Tell us about the inspiration behind Strangers.
Yeah, so hey, we're gonna be candid today.
Yes,
right?
please.
So definitely, it was a reflection of how I've been in relationships, romantic relationships with an individual, and think about it. Some people, before you've ever met them, they're strangers to you, right? You probably have never seen them around before, and then they somehow cross your paths. They meet you along your journey of life and along their journey of life, and you guys decide to pursue a relationship. Let's see where this can go. And the relationship goes, and it's going, and as it's going, perhaps you guys are getting closer, you're talking all the time, you don't go to bed without saying goodnight, you don't wake up without saying good morning.
With them on the phone.
Exactly, right? And this person now becomes your everything, your confidant, the person that you're always either with, always speaking to, the person who you're most excited to share life with. And sometimes, many times, I should say, relationships, they run their course and the two people decide to go their separate ways for whatever reasons. So I thought about it because I was an individual who I don't love burning bridges, and I also love to hold on to some type of remnants of a relationship. So perhaps, and it depends, if the relationship was super toxic, then yes, let it go, right?
Watch it go.
But if the relationship has some beauty to it and good memories to it, there's certain elements that you want to keep on to it, and perhaps maybe you guys are not going to be in a romantic relationship, but is there a possibility that there could be some type of friendship? And they might not be your best friend, but perhaps you can still, say a hello and a checkup here and there, depending on if you guys were friends to begin with. So this song stemmed from an experience of that, of going from strangers and then becoming lovers, becoming that everything with a person, and then eventually from that, going back to becoming strangers, and me saying, well, why is it that we have to go back to being strangers? Right? Why can't we still have something at all? And then it was also written from the place of right in the moment. If you're thinking about right when a relationship ends, you have that missing period of time.
Yeah.
Even if you know that the relationship needed to end, or whether you didn't want the relationship to end, there is this little bit of relapse, as we could call it, where you miss the person, you miss the things that you had with the person.
So there's like a mourning period.
Exactly, right? So Luckystickz is writing from that period right now of, I want to know if you could dial my line, because it's been quite some time since I heard from you, right? I don't want to bother you. I just hope you're fine, right? Because you've been on my mind even though we're through. And some people, they don't want to hear from you. As soon as it's over, it's like, it's over, buddy. Goodbye, right? I don't want to hear nothing from you. But there's sometimes that relapse that some people might have that says, it's over, but I wish I still could hear from you. I wish I could still say a hello or a 1-2,
And that kind of idea comes from, I think, a mature place of having gone through that mourning period, but then there's still that thing on the inside of you that says, I wish, even if it never happens, I wish. Those who are listening and thinking, oh no, absolutely not, I don't want to hear from you. I mean, how did you get to that place?
How did we get to the place of wanting to hear?
Of that place of kind of, I'm over the bitterness, or I'm not going to hold on to that, to where you can share this song that we can sing to. We went from strangers to lovers, lovers to strangers, and still sing it with a nice Afro pop song to it. It's kind of a celebration too.
Right.
So how did Luckystickz get there, the transition?
So I am forgiving to a fault sometimes. You can wrong me today, and by lunchtime, maybe not even by lunchtime, within a couple hours, I've forgiven you. I am good. Is no longer an issue, right? So for me, I'm very quick to be able to forgive, and again, it doesn't have to go back to exactly how it used to be, but we can still keep some type of relationship, or even cordiality, right? So I think that's just my nature. I love it sometimes and I hate it sometimes, because sometimes you want to be mad at a person, and sometimes you want them to feel that you're mad at them, and they don't want to get on your bad side because they don't want you to be upset with them, right? But for me, I'm just very like, okay, you wronged me, and I've already forgiven you, even maybe before you've apologized. Yeah, so that's my personality.
I think that comes down to your faith too. Before that, we spoke about, you mentioned how your faith influences or pushes you to create. And maybe some people are watching and say, but this is secular music.
Right.
How does your faith intertwine with your secular music that you put out? Because some people may think, well, I would expect Lucky to be doing a gospel EP, but it's not necessarily a gospel EP. So tell us how you marry both.
Yeah, I strongly believe in people really walking in their ministries, right? And I believe that our entire life we're on a pulpit. It's not just when you are physically behind the pulpit. It's not just when you are in church or preaching or singing the gospel, which is the good news, right? I believe that God can be glorified in you opening the door for a person. God can be glorified in you singing a song that might be able to, somebody's going through a hard time, and yes, we always know that Jesus is the answer, and Jesus is the one that we point to at the end of the day, right? But there's also different times and different moments for different things, right? There's certain times where if you are, in a romantic situation, you might not want to hear, Jesus loves me, this I know.
Or
right?
Blessed Assurance.
Or Blessed Assurance or something. You might want to hear some Marvin Gaye, right? You might want to hear something. And to me, I've always lived by, if what I am doing, what I am putting out, what I am representing, one, doesn't represent who I am as an individual. I don't put out any music or any content, for a matter of fact, that doesn't represent the life that I live. So you might not see me in a Ferrari because I don't drive a Ferrari. I drive a Hyundai, and there's nothing wrong with a Ferrari.
And I like that. Yeah, you are. What you see is what you get.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And if I drive the Ferrari, I'm gonna drive the Ferrari. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I put out exactly what represents who I am and what I believe in. Because my faith is grounded in Christianity and my faith is grounded in Christ, you're not going to see anything that is anti-Christ, right? So by listening to the music, it is music that, and I've been told this, it is music that you can play in front of your pastor, you can play it in front of your kids, you can play it in front of your mother and your father, in front of your family at a family function, and you don't have to run quickly to the stereo to turn it off, right? And at the end of the day, I just say, you know, God just continuously guide me to make sure that the things that I put out is not to glorify Luckystickz, it's not to glorify my pursuits and my passions of what I want. And I don't limit what He wants to do through me and how He wants to use me. Because if He says, okay, Lucky, I'm giving you a gospel song to write, I'm giving you a worship song to write, right? I'm gonna write that worship song and I will sing that worship song, right? So there's definitely, for people who say it's secular music, you know, I have my own reservations about, you know, what's secular and what's godly. I believe that God is not someone to put in a box, and He cannot fit in any box anyways. And any box that we put Him in is a man-made construct, and it is void and a null of who He is, right? I believe that if we can see ourselves as, you know, how does my life, because some people, they do a great worship set, but then after the worship set, you know, they may be a very mean person, right? Their life doesn't reflect what it is that they're singing about, or what it is that they're... So how does my entire life reflect that? For me, it looks through, you know, writing about my experiences, writing about love, writing about shared experiences that somebody else who's maybe going through something, who doesn't necessarily need a blessed assurance right now, doesn't necessarily need a I'll pray for you right now, but needs to hear, oh, he went exactly through what I'm going through or what I've been through, and this is how he figured it out, and he put it into music, and he put it into words that I can listen to and I can now resonate with, as well as enjoy and jam and, you know, and celebrate and feel good about, and have something clean that I can still listen to. So at the end of the day, anything that I do is clean.
I think most people mix up or they, you know, struggle with understanding that you can be a fun Christian. Because for many, Jesus is so far-fetched and He's so archaic that we have to, you know, you can't dance, you can't do stuff. But it's all about how you live and how God is exalted in what you do. And so I really like the way you encapsulate all of that, because in truth, God is the one who creates. He's the one who inspires you to create.
Right.
So what would you say to somebody who's watching, who may want to do some cultural music, like you do, to express your feelings or experiences, but they are, you know, involved in church, they love Jesus, they love the ministry, they love the worship.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody like that?
I'm gonna borrow something from Kirk Franklin, actually, and I recently heard him say it a few weeks back at an award show, and he basically said to the other artist in the room as he was receiving his award, he said, when you're doing music, don't try to do good Christian music. Just try to do good music as a Christian.
I like that. Yeah,
right?
That's a perfect answer, actually. I've never heard it before, no.
Yeah.
But it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because so many times we do Christian music, but we lack the heart of the Christian.
Right.
So when you do the music as a Christian, I like that.
Yeah.
Ace is our next song.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about Ace.
Ace, oh me, oh mine. It's been quite some time. So it is that's now we're at the part of the show where you realize, oh my gosh, I like a person, and I really like them, and now
I wonder if you're gonna tell me something else for the next one. I look forward to the next one. You know, I like where this is going.
So yeah, so here we are with Ace, you know, realizing now we are at a place where this individual, a new person, is now your ace. When you say they're your ace, they're your number one. Then now you're everything, and you didn't even realize that it was happening. It just happened upon you, and now we're here. So this one.
I like where this is going. We went from strangers to lovers, lovers to strangers, and now we're going to somebody you like, somebody who's your ace. I like where this is going. Maybe we'll get lucky before.
Let's see.
You know, the evening ends with Luckystickz, and maybe we'll get some revelations. So let's sit back, share the link. Remember to subscribe to the page while you are here. Turn it up, and let's listen to Ace.
Woo! Come on. I need to see all of my aces. Who's watching tonight? Hands in the air. Come on, you know who you are. Oh, you're my ace. No one else could take your place, 'cause number one can never be replaced. Girl, your love's my saving grace. I just gotta let you listen. Oh me, oh my, it's been quite some time since I felt this way. I just can't get you off my mind. You've got my attention, one of a kind. My heart's ascending, 'cause you're divine. Nefertiti in your veins, over your queen and what you reign. You're so damn fine when you walk up in the place you slay. So full of virtue, so rare to find. I'm glad I found you, so blessed you're mine. Girl, you're the queen to my king, we're royal flush, oh yeah. Baby, we can be anything when it's just two of us, oh yeah. Girl, we're the perfect hand in this game of love, oh yeah. I just gotta let you know you're my ace. No one else could take your place, 'cause number one can never be replaced. Girl, your love's my saving grace. I just gotta let you know you're my ace. No one else could take your place, 'cause number one can never be replaced. Girl, your love's my saving grace. I just gotta let you know that melanin dripping, cocoa sipping, black queens making black queens who make black kings. I'm the children. Yeah, they say it takes a village. Told my queen it'd be a privilege to make a whole damn team, a whole damn dream of us in this image. Take our time, don't rush. Make the whole world just you and just me and just we, that's enough. You got my vision, our love so clear. You're my decision, I need you here. Oh, girl, you're the queen to my king, we're on your flush, oh yeah. Saying, baby, we could be anything when it's just two of us, oh yeah. Girl, we're the perfect hand in this game of love, oh yeah. Hey, sing, I just gotta let you know you're my ace. No one else could take your place. Oh no, 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 number one can never be replaced. Girl, you love my saving. Girl, you love my saving. Girl, you love my saving. Oh, oh, no one else could take your place. Number one can never be replaced. Girl, you love my saving grace. Oh, sing, I just break it down, nah, 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 baby. You're my ace. Sing, I just gotta let you know you're my ace. Whoa, you're my ace. Then no one else could take you, man. No, 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 no. Girl, you love my saving. Girl, you love my saving. Oh, you're my ace. No one else will take your place, 'cause number one can never be replaced. Girl, you love my saving grace. I just gotta let you know that. Make some noise, y'all.
Yeah, this is the housewarming party, and we just heard Ace. Now, if you're just joining us, before this performance, I asked Lucky to tell us a little bit about Ace, and he gave us a sneak peek into the idea that it's probably somebody. You know, when you like somebody, you know, he's not really telling us anything else, but when you like somebody. So Ace, that was an amazing, amazing performance. Tell us how you felt when you had recorded that. Bring us back to the moment. So, because you're having, clearly you are having the time of your life. The music is good, the energy is great. Yeah. So take us back to that moment.
Yeah, so Ace definitely felt amazing with the live band for the first time, you know. All of these songs I've lived with them for a good amount of months now, but I've only lived with them sonically and digitally from my computer.
Right.
But
now you get to sing it with the band.
Sing it with the band, and I feel the power of the band
experience.
Going. Yeah, definitely invigorating experience.
That's good. I can hear the background vocalists. Sometimes they get overlooked, but they are on point in these songs. Tell us about your background singers.
So I gotta give a big shout out to Juliana Jones. Juliana Jones was the background vocalist.
She's the choir.
And then there's me. So we
you're on there
dubbed
too.
our voices, yeah.
That is amazing.
Overall, yeah. So you know, Juliana Jones is another awesome local Hamilton artist, and definitely check out her music. But yeah, it was the same thing I'm talking about, just constantly sharing platforms. Well, as I was making this project and I knew, okay, I wanted some background vocals, I could either do all the background vocals myself, or you know, I could go get 2-3 other people, or I can just find somebody who I've worked with, who was local, who's also doing amazing things in the music scene in the city. So I gave her a call up, and she came through to the studio and just gave her all the different parts that I wanted sung, and then added my vocals on top of hers.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty good. You're Jamaican and Trinidadian. Perfect mix of Caribbean.
Perfect mix. No better.
I know, right? And you can hear that in the music. I'm curious, who are your musical influences?
Wow, there's so many. When people ask me this question, I always tell them that not only is it, or probably less than it being the actual music, but it is always about the experience that these artists create. So I had a huge Bob Marley phase, and not only because of the Rasta and the whole thing, whatever. And mind you, I didn't want to be a Rasta myself. I was just very interested in what it was all about and what he stood for, but also what I would experience through watching him was seeing how he performs the music very spiritually, and how he creates a spiritual atmosphere. There's just moments in some of his concerts, and I'm that type of person. I go onto YouTube and I'll binge a concert, a live performance, and I'll just watch them, just as many as I can find of each artist, to watch how do they create an atmosphere. There's moments in his concerts where it's just the rhythm section, you know, holding down a one drop, let's say, and he's just like, he's no longer there, right? He's just having his moment, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is amazing, right?
Yeah.
And nothing is happening except for like, you're just watching this moment happen, and you can feel the experience through the computer screen. So definitely, I would put him on the list. I would put Taurus Riley, who's more of a modern, you know, reggae singer. I'd put him on the list, as well as having a great performance experience. I love Michael Jackson, the same thing. You have to give him, you know, the greatest entertainer of all time, the pop entertainer of all time. A recent guy right now, Bruno Mars, is also on that list. Stevie Wonder. There's so many in all of the different categories and genres. It's hard to definitely label it as one.
Let me jump over to Trini, because
okay, Nacho Montano.
I'm specifically curious about the soca part, because you know, it's a soca Afro R&B. Our first song, you know, you can't hear that song and don't try to whine.
Right.
So I'm thinking about the Trini experience, the Trini influences as well.
Yeah, Nacho Montano is the Michael Jackson of soca music. Yeah, he's had a career that he started when I think he was only like maybe like 11 or 8. Like, he was super young.
I really like soca.
Yeah,
I can't dance it, you know. I love me some soca. Yeah,
so he's definitely in the soca world, one of the artists, as well as Kes the band. Kes, the band, is amazing, not only for performance-wise, but the musicality of the band, the way that they arrange the music, the way that they really care about the music in soca. You know, he's also another inspiration. He's been putting out actually a lot of live streams over the pandemic, and that's kept me very entertained as well as very inspired during that whole period as well. So
we are inside the housewarming party, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. We encourage you to be interactive, to hashtag
housewarming party.
party.
Make sure that you're engaging in the comment section as well, because we are making sure to pull you into the live stream. Or your comments will be in the live stream as well, even right now. So
yeah, we have to keep going though. I mean, we could sit here and talk all night, but we have a time limit, I'm sure. Home is our next song. So I mean, I think we're transitioning, you know, going home, you know, after this, and we'll definitely talk more about home.
Right.
But as we get ready to listen to home, what do you want us to experience from the next song?
this song, we're going to Trinidad, we're going to Jamaica. Okay? We're putting in a little zouk, a little right? So get ready to dance, get ready to get up and enjoy yourself, because we're going home for this one.
All right, let's go home.
Woo! All right. So listen, if you don't know anything about me, let me introduce myself very quickly. So my name is Luckystickz, and I'm Jamaican and Trinidadian heritage and Canadian born. So when I was making this project, I said, I want to take people home with me. So it goes like this. Baby, I want to come right over. I want to show ya what you're doing to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even when it's late December, you make it feel like summer. You know that you bring the heat. Say, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want you to come to my house and party. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every room on my heart that you have a key. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want you to come to my house and party. Cause your love just, I'm coming home. To a place I know. I'm coming home to a place I love. Come on. Baby, baby, you're tamu. When no one do I give it to you. Girl, you're the stars in my dream. Yeah, yeah. So when we close, let me go. Our roots are deep, so watch us grow. You hold the key, so let me give you the deed. Hey, sing. I want you to come to my house for my party. Sing every room of my heart that you have the key. I want you to come to my house for my party. Cause your love just feels like I'm coming home, yeah, to a place I know. I'm coming home to a place I love. I'm coming home to a place I know. I'm coming home to a place I love. Yeah. I want you to come to my house and party. Sing every room of my heart that you have the key. I want you to come to my house and party. Cause your love just feels like I'm coming home to a place I know. I'm coming home to a place I love.
Yes, I'm coming home to the place I love. I wish I could go home, but you know, this pandemic thing is kind of causing some havoc where that is concerned.
I know.
Tell us the story behind home.
Home. So home is definitely an anthem of feeling like you're at home with a person. Yeah, and this entire EP is called the Housewarming Party, and all of the tracks on the EP, I wanted it to feel like home. If you were to come to my house, right? If I said, hey, you know, welcome to my housewarming party. This is your first time coming. This is your first time hearing Luckystickz. This is your first time getting to know where I live and what I'm all about through my music, right? You would hear these different styles. You would hear these different things that I listen to when I'm at home. So this song, Home, was specifically about, you know, falling in love and feeling like you're at home with a person, feeling so familiar with the person. Sometimes you meet somebody for the first time and you're like, wow, you just feel like home. Right? And when I'm writing, I always try and find ways to be able to express things that have been said so many times, but saying it in a way that may not be heard all the time, right? So instead of saying, you know, you make me feel so alive, or you just make me feel so in love, or so comfortable, I was like, you know, how about I say, you know, I'm coming home, right? And that your love makes me feel like I'm at home.
It makes sense because at home your walls are down, you're safe. It's your safe space.
Right.
So it makes sense. You mentioned in this response a little bit about Housewarming Party, but give us that inspiration behind the title of the EP. The 2017 EP was titled Everyday Battle, and now we're in 2021. It's Housewarming Party. Share with us a little bit more behind the inspiration of the EP title.
Yeah, so the EP title, Housewarming Party, was for those who are just getting to know Luckystickz, or for those who knew Luckystickz in 2017, right? We have a different Luckystickz in 2021. We've evolved. Musically, writing-wise, production-wise, you know, and this definitely is an EP that, one, it was done in my home, and it was a home that I just moved into last February, right before the pandemic hit as hard as it hit. So not only was the EP written at home, at my home, not only was it produced at my home, but it is all of the styles and all of the flavors of the 2021 version of Luckystickz. So you're getting my you know, fingerprint, my basically, you know, my DNA, you know, on this entire project. So
it's almost being at home with Luckystickz. Yeah. Let's do some fun Luckystickz stuff.
Okay.
All right. What's Luckystick's favorite color?
Wow. I'm gonna say I don't like colors as much as I used to. I'm more of a shades guy. But let's go with blue. And let's go with red.
Blue and red.
Yeah.
All right. What does Luckystickz eat?
Wow. I love roti.
Can you make it?
I cannot make roti, not for the life of me, but I can eat it. I love sugar. Anything sweet. Unfortunately, I have a terrible sweet tooth.
Right.
I can eat anything.
So roti is definitely, well, I know Jamaicans make it, but I think it's more Trini.
It is.
Anything.
It is.
Yeah.
On the Jamaican side, it's ackee and saltfish.
Oh, ackee and saltfish.
100%. Yeah, I can have ackee and saltfish probably, you know, for an entire week, and I wouldn't be bored of it, with fried dumpling. You know, small little fried dumpling balls, and some festival on the side with some plantain.
Plantain is the thing. Can you cook?
I cannot cook, but I can boil water, and I can put stuff in the oven.
You can bake.
I can bake. Exactly.
There's a difference. Yeah. All right, nice. So we are at home with Lucky, so I figured I would ask him a few of those, you know, fun things. If you were to take the vacation of your life, where would you go?
The vacation of my life. I would say Costa Rica. South America right now is on my bucket list. I haven't been to South America. I've heard great things about it. I've heard great things about the vibe of the entire place. And I've seen amazing adventure that you can do. I love adventure. I love zip lining and, you know, going on little jungle safaris and hikes and different things like that.
Oh really? You're that adventurous?
I love adventures, yeah.
Which animal would you pray not to encounter?
Animal would I pray not to encounter? A lion, a cheetah, a hyena, like
Of a few.
a few, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we are heading into the next track, but there were some people who really helped you to put this project together and to see this dream come to reality.
Right.
So you do have some people to thank. Who are these people?
Right, so gotta give a big shout out to Arc Recording Studios, the beautiful studio that you see in the concert right now is Arc Recording Studios right here in Hamilton. Julius and Andrea, amazing folks, the owners of Arc Recording Studios. They are like family to me. So a big shout out to Julius and Andrea from Arc Recording Studios, as well as I have to give a big shout out to our sponsors. I reached out to local businesses and organizations in the community, so a big shout out to Verse One, DJ Verse One, who's one of the sponsors of the Housewarming concert tonight, as well as our sponsor, The Juice Kitchen, right here in Hamilton, black owned. Both of the businesses are actually black owned. The Juice Kitchen is an amazing natural, if you want fresh natural coconut water, you have to get it when they have it in there, but they'll have natural coconut water for you, as well as they have smoothies that will blow your mind. And it's not booster juice, it's not powder, it's not those things. He cuts the pineapple right in front of you, and he cuts the mango right in front of you, and he blends it up and makes an amazing smoothie. So thank you so much to DJ Verse One and the Juice Kitchen as the sponsors tonight, as well as a big shout out to the Underground Live Band. I know you've been enjoying them, I know you've been hearing the amazing music all throughout tonight, so a huge shout out. Make sure that you check them out as well via social media. They're on Instagram as Underground Live TV, as well as on YouTube after this concert if you feel to do so. Check them out. So a big shout out to all those, as well as I want to give a huge shout out as well to the City of Hamilton. Without them, without the City Enrichment Fund, maybe I wouldn't have had the motivation. I definitely wouldn't have had the funds at the time to put this project together. So thank you, City Enrichment Fund and the City of Hamilton, for supporting, local artists and supporting me as a local artist, and looking forward to more support. And last but not least, I want to give a special shout out to you, Junior. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for hosting, and
thank you for having me be a part of this amazing evening.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I mean, you should really be proud of this project. You've done so much. You've learned so much about your own abilities. Share the most insightful thing that you learned in putting this together. You said you recorded this at home.
Yeah.
What did you learn from this project?
So definitely the most insightful thing, and before I even go into that, I forgot one person to thank, John from Transparent Mastering. He mastered all of these tracks, and you will get all of these tracks as part of your admission to this concert today. You're gonna get all these tracks for free, downloaded 1 week before the rest of the world. So don't share with people that weren't here, okay? Yeah. Make them feel the wrath of missing it. Yeah. Exactly. But big shout out to Transparent Mastering. The biggest thing I've learned, I think, from this entire experience is that you can do it, right? And it's very cliche to say it, but you definitely can do it when you feel like you're inadequate, when you feel like you don't have the resources to do what you need to do, or you feel like you always need the team. It is definitely crucial to have a team. You can't do it all alone. No man or woman is an island, right? But never allow that to be your hindering or stumbling block, If it can't be done, or if somebody can do it, give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen?
Right.
It doesn't work out, or it doesn't go as planned, right? But give it a shot, and if it doesn't work out the first time, try it again, and keep going, right? The people who are going to support you will support you. The people who are not going to support you are not going to support you. And then you have the people who support when everybody else is supporting, right?
The bandwagonists.
The bandwagonists.
We need them too.
Exactly, right? We need all of them.
Yeah.
But definitely, at this project inspired me to say, I can do this. From the graphic design to the mixing and mastering that you heard tonight, I did that. From the videography that you're seeing, I'm editing that, like everything that I've done, and not because I want to do everything, but you just do what you gotta do until you don't have to do it anymore.
Right. Yeah. I think that is an excellent way of putting it, in pursuit of destiny and purpose. You just have to keep going.
Exactly.
When you've done all you can do, then other people will say, well, I need to get to know this guy. So just before we get into the last track, Letting Go, how can people find you?
Definitely can follow me on all social medias. I'm everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, under Luckystickz with a Z. You've seen my name everywhere, but in case you don't know how to spell it, LUCKYSTICKZ or Z, depending on where you're watching.
Okay.
So yes, Luckystickz on all social medias, as well as luckystickz.com is my website, and you can find all of my music on all of the streaming platforms. Spotify, well, you have it in your downloads, but if you want to listen to it and stream it, it is on Spotify, it is on Apple Music, it is on everywhere, Deezer, wherever music is listened to, you can find it there. If you have Siri or you have Google Home, right? Say, hey, Google, or here's Siri. Let's play the Housewarming Party by Luckystickz, and you'll be able to find it there.
Well, what's next for Lucky?
What's next? So we have more music coming, definitely. Now that I know that I can do it, you know. We have more music coming much sooner than before, and we have a lot of live opportunities that you can see me perform. Tonight, this is actually a surprise. Tonight, right after this, you can see me live at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. down at Westdale. If you're located in the Hamilton area, come on down. I'm going to be there with my live band. We're going to be doing a 1-hour show with you all. The full experience, some music from my old EP, and it's definitely the tracks from the new EP. So hey, there you go. Here's the Luckystickz Housewarming after party. Everyone is welcomed and invited to come.
Yeah, that's indeed a treat. Well, thank you so much for having me be a part of this.
Thank you for being a part of it. I appreciate you.
It was fun. And thank you, friends, for watching and enjoying. We're getting ready to let you go. I mean, literally speaking, that's the name of the next track. So here is Luckystickz with Letting Go.
I hope you're all having a good time and had a good time. Unfortunately, I gotta let you go. But thank you for rocking with us. I'm Luckystickz, it's the Housewarming Party. I'm on the ferry ship, scrolling through our memories. Still had you in my phone, thinking about the good times, looking past the bad times. Still want you to come home. 3 years, 6 months, 8 days, been counting since you've been gone. But I gotta let it go, cause it's not worth it no more. And I know that I gotta move forward, and I know that you're not coming back. We made love to a road going nowhere. Now it's time to get my life on track. I'm letting go of a dead thing. Hey, I'm letting go of a dead thing. Cause there's no way to be living, no. I'm letting go of a dead thing. I'm letting go of a dead thing. I'm letting go. I'm letting go of a dead thing. Giving my life to be good. I'm letting go of a dead thing. Said I'm way too comfortable right now, holding on when I should let go, ignoring what I know, but it feels so right. Why do the things that's meant to hurt us become the things we turn out to love? Yeah, I know I gotta let it go, cause it's not working no more. And I know, hands up, come on, hey, 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 oh. And I know that we're not coming back, oh. We made love to the road going nowhere. Now it's time to get mine. Come on, sing. I'm letting go of that thing, yeah. I'm letting go. I'm letting go of that thing. Oh, cause that's the way to be living. I'm letting go. I'm letting go of that thing. I'm letting go. I'm letting go of that thing. I'm letting go of that thing. living more life to the real thing. I'm letting go of everything. So I just want to quickly thank you all for coming tonight or for watching tonight. My name is Luckystickz. This is the Housewarming party. Here we're underground live. Big up to them. Thank you all so much for rocking with us this evening. I hope that you have a good rest of your night. Peace.